Okay. Okay. So I wasn't even sure that I was gonna make this, but here we go. So before we really dive into it, you've probably seen this video circling around. It's been all over Instagram, all over YouTube. This lady got pulled over and she got hit with it, and I'm guessing it's the first person to get hit with it, at least the first person to record getting hit with this ticket. So just take a look.
Here's the citation. You also need to take to a state referee and have them verify all the components on this motor and this exhaust system, okay?
Okay.
There'll be some information on this citation. You'll also receive something in the mail.
Okay.
All right? It's no longer correctable in California.
Okay.
Any modification to exhaust, you shall go before a judge, and it's a $1,000 fine.
Okay, I wasn't aware of it.
That changed last month due to the takeovers and some of the street racing.
I
So
get it.
unfortunately, you're facing $1,000, buddy, and we'll see you in court. Everything we do here is video cameraed. All right, you guys be careful as you pull away. I recommend fixing it right away and not continuing to drive. We're on a federal grant right now. So there's about a dozen of us working this. We're going to be working this every weekend.
Okay.
And 2 or 3 times during the week sporadically. All because of the fatalities involving cars similar to this. Not same as you guys, but you're driving one with the stuff, get it fixed.
Okay.
Otherwise, $1,000 every time. All right, guys, be careful.
Most of you are probably not aware that as of January 1st, 2019, California decided to pass a new exhaust law. And this law has got to be one of the stupidest laws. It's directly targeting car people. Like, they're not even beating around the bush anymore. They are directly targeting people who have loud exhausts. And I say it in quotes because the law doesn't clearly state what they mean by loud exhaust. It leaves all the room for the officer to decide whether he thinks the exhaust is too loud or if it's fine. And if the officer decides that your car is too loud, then you get the tickets and you get a $1,000 fine. Some of the people who are driving these cars with loud exhausts are 16. They don't have $1,000. Not everyone has just $1,000 just lying around in case they get pulled over because their exhaust is too loud. Like, really? Like, and not only that, not only the ticket and the fine and you have to go to court because of the ticket. Not only that, you have to take your car to a state ref and have him sign it off saying that it is California legal or CARB legal, California compliant. And you're not going to fool the state ref. The state ref is actually knowledgeable about cars. He knows what to look for. Cars have markings on them that make it compliant to California standards. So if your car doesn't have that, then you're kind of fucked. So with the ticket, like most fix-it tickets, you get a 90-day grace period between when you get the ticket and when you need to get it signed off by the state ref. Sooner is better, of course. If you have to pay $1,000 and then you have to go buy a stock exhaust and then maybe you have to go find someone to put it on because you don't have time because you are working full-time. Like, 90 days is not a lot of time to get all that sorted if you don't already have the money. And even if you do have, a couple grand saved away, what if you're saving for a house, or what if there's a family emergency and you need to spend some money? It's getting a little hard to talk because I'm like really fucking fired up right now. I keep messing up. If you don't pass the state ref, then, well, you gotta try again. And honestly, you probably shouldn't be driving your car for that period from when you get the ticket to when you get it signed off. And I'm honestly not sure if there are ways out of it. I know the only ways out of it are you pay it, and then you get it fixed. Obviously, that's the way they want you to go. You can move, but I don't know if that ticket follows you or not. It might. You might just have to pay the fine. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Or you just don't drive the car and you still pay the fine. Like, either way, you're paying the $1,000. Like, seriously, like, I need to say it one more time. $1,000. Like, really, like, what if you're a college student and you can barely afford to pay for your books, your food, your tuition, all that? What if you can barely afford to pay that, and now, boom, $1,000 on top of all that, and you only have 90 days to pay that, and you have to go to court, and you have to go to the state ref, and you have to fix your car. Again, like, this is so stupid because it doesn't clearly state what they mean. In 1975, that's when the catalytic converter came out. That's when I believe it was a federal law that all cars had to be with CATs in the U.S., and I think shortly after all the other countries followed. Before then, you don't have to smog your car. So if you have like a 69 Mustang or 69 Camaro, like, you don't have to get it smogged because there were no CATs back then. So I don't know if this applies to them as well because this is a noise law. So what if the stock exhaust on there is louder? Because I think they are, because they're V8s with no CATs. Back then, stock sort of was straight piped, like, it was just a pipe. It was a smaller pipe than what a lot of the straight pipes are today. Like today they're like 3-inch, 4-inch. These were probably like 2-inch maybe. They're a lot smaller when you look at the stock exhaust on it, an old muscle car. Also, it applies to motorcycles too. That's another thing. I've never heard a quiet bike. I've never heard a quiet street bike. I've never heard a quiet Harley. I've never heard an R1 that was quiet. The only quiet bikes that I've ever heard were the police bikes. They have those BMW bikes that are really quiet, like really, really quiet. So going back to the video, you notice that the officer said that it is because of recent fatalities from street racing and people shutting down freeways. I'm assuming that's what he means by takeovers. I believe that happened on either the 60 or the 10. I'm not sure where exactly, but that did happen. It was stupid, reckless, you know, all of that. And that is not a reflection of the car community. That is just a group of people that have nothing to do with the actual car community. They just want to go out and do stupid shit and fuck things up for other people. And well, you fucking did it, so thank you. Also a key point that when I heard it the first time, I didn't really think much of it, but then when you really think about it, he says that they are on a grant, a federal grant to catch this, so they're going to be out every weekend and 2 to 3 times a week sporadically. That means that the government is now incentivizing them to catch people with loud exhausts. So now they have a quota that they gotta meet, and they're gonna try to meet it. So they're going to be very, very lenient on what they call loud as far as what they're looking for. So if you are not 100% stock, you're probably fucked. Also, I just thought of this. What if you get pulled over for something else? Or what if you get in an accident? Like you get in an accident, someone hits you, and now you're waiting there, the cop shows up, because that's usually what happens at accidents. The police officer will show up, and also like an ambulance or a fire truck, if those are needed, they'll show up. What if he notices that your car has a modified exhaust? Are they just going to tack that on to you just got in an accident and now, boom, $1,000 fine and you got to get that shit fixed? Like, there's just so many scenarios that when you really think about it, it's like they didn't think this through. They're just trying to push us over, and we just can't let that happen, guys. We can't. Another thing, another interesting point, I'm not sure if it means anything really, is the whole, because of people street racing, it may not have been you, but you're driving a car that looks like them. When you don't physically see me street racing, why are you going to just assume that I was? Like, why? I haven't street raced. I haven't done all that stupid shit that other people are doing. So why am I getting put in the same category as the people who are, when you have no evidence that I'm doing that apart from my car is a little loud? Like, really? It's just dumb. So yeah, that's about it. That's the stupid law that the assholes in government have put upon us. So now we have to figure out how we're going to move forward from here. And in the description, there is a petition to sign to hopefully get this on the ballot to repeal this when that comes up. This is just a law to crack down on what they say street racing and takeovers and stuff, which is not as prevalent as people think. They don't happen that often. They really don't, especially takeovers. But it's not like Fast and Furious 1 where they shut the whole street down, had the pizza boy go around because the street's closed and they're doing street racing. That doesn't happen. So before I end it, I just want to show you guys my car and you can see why I'd be nervous about this new law. So this is my car. It's a 1991 Nissan S13 240SX. A lot of numbers in there. But anyways, we got an RB swap in it. It's an RB20. It's a little baby RB. We got a nice big Turbski on it. But if you see that, hood exit, I'm fucked. Even though this is just the temporary for the first startup, you know, because it's still not running, you can see how fucking messy the harness is. We got a Wiring Specialties one coming, don't worry about that. And at this point, I'm really like nervous. Like, that was the plan, you know, to go hood exit, to take it to an exhaust shop and get a nice hood exit out of like titanium, just real nice. We'll see. I'll think it over, see what happens. I'm just worried, guys. Like, I'm just worried about me and my friends. We all have modified cars. Just worried that they're going to get struck with this $1,000 fine. Like, seriously, like, why $1,000? Why not? If it was like $400, that's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but that's way better than $8,000. I'm going out on a limb here, but I would assume that the typical car person, at least in California, is anywhere from 16 to like mid-20s. So the people with the modified exhausts usually are going to be driving cars that are worth like $2,000, $3,000, probably anywhere under $10,000. So That's not the kind of person that just has $1,000 lying around. Because I mean, the memes are true, guys. Car guys are broke. Like, they're always broke. No matter how much money that you make, if you're a car guy, you're gonna be broke because you're always spending it on your car. I don't really like to get into politics or anything like that. I think it's stupid. People are just arguing with each other and nothing ever gets done. So I don't like to get into that. But this is something that directly affects me and my friends and some family members. Like, this is too far. This is way too far. So I'm hoping that this gets repealed. Please sign in the description. There'll be the link to the petition. Please sign it. We need to get this on the ballot. We need to get it repealed. We can't let them push us over like this and just assume that we're just going to accept it. Because we're not. This is fucking stupid. It's just a way to get more money for all the systems that don't even work anyways. But alright, I'm going to end my rant. I just want to get that off my chest. It's been really bugging me lately. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen my story. I talked about it just a little bit. And I was going to leave it at that, but you know what? I can't when it directly affects me in such a huge way. I can't just sit there and not do anything about it, not try to do my part. So, but regardless of what happens, I'm still going to be pumping out content. I'm still going to be getting the 240 going, and we're still going to be doing cool shit with it in the desert. Once we do get it going, then things are going to be looking up. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully something more positive. Please, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts on this and your experiences with similar things like this and how stupid you think California is, because I'm right there fucking with you. And then hit that subscribe button. See you guys next time. Peace.